So you're here, right? You want to learn more about patient advocacy and telling your story on the media. Believe it or not, I actually am not very comfortable, or was not actually was, is it's in the past tense now. I was not very comfortable in front of the camera. It was weird to me. If you could see in my earlier videos, one of my first YouTube ones, I think that I spoke with a lot of heart, but I didn't feel 100% comfortable with the camera. I was, overridden by perfectionism. I was thinking maybe, like, I don't know if people are gonna like it. Am I gonna say too much? So all of those questions were in my head. But what I knew and what was in my heart, I was led by conviction that I knew I had a story to tell. What I went through as a young lung cancer patient, as an Asian woman, as a minority, all the cards were stacked up against me, and I knew that when I was waiting in those clinics, being the youngest one in the room, I was always like, people need to know. People need to know about this. And the more that I researched lung cancer, I was like, how is this the deadliest cancer out there? But there's not much content out there. I would look and look, and I was just filled with despair and desperation to the point where I stopped looking at social media or Google for information. But if it's in your heart to spread hope, to spread love, to spread more real, up to date information, I urge you to do that. I don't want to be, I know that there's maybe 10 people speaking on social media constantly, at least like 20, okay? But if it's in your heart to speak about lung cancer on the camera, but you don't feel comfortable yet, please remember it takes about 10,000 hours of practice to finally feel comfortable with something. A child isn't born into the world knowing how to walk, right? They learn to stand up in a few months. They stumble, they fall. I mean, I'm an adult, I still fall when I'm walking. But it's very much like that. It feels like you were a toddler. And people, right? Adults don't like feeling stupid. We are trained to feel like we're intelligent and smart and know what's going on. But it's a little secret, probably not a secret. None of us speaking on social media have everything figured out. Not even the doctors, right? Um, we may be speaking and have more confidence on the camera, but know that that is coming from somewhere. Everybody who's speaking in front of the camera has, I don't know if they were born that way already, but you could tell which ones have a story to tell and they're speaking from their heart. It took me a very long time to finally be more comfortable in front of the camera. But one thing about me is that I even have like a Sony ZV-E10, I believe. Um, I received it for Christmas from my husband, and I barely used that one because we had to move. And actually, like this little robot that I use a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but you don't even need this one. You really can use your phone. But I love this one just because of how easy it is. But I use this little camera. You could see here on the reflection. I don't know. And you could also use your camera. I use it simultaneously. Sometimes I use my phone because it is always the camera that I have with me. But if you are wanting to speak and advocate on social media, I am 100% supportive of you. I started out June 2023 on TikTok, and I just literally trusted the universe. I was sick of always telling my husband and my friend, like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do vlogging. And I had all these ideas, but I wasn't executing it. I was buying the stuff and it would just sit there. And obviously, it was an investment, right? It's not like we have a lot of money. My husband paints. I teach online, but that is hard earned money. And I felt really bad having the stuff before I was even like executing. And you know what? Speaking in front of the camera, overcoming the insecurities, overcoming this, overthinking, like, I don't have my eyebrows done, I don't even have my lipstick on, I don't have this, I don't have that. Overcoming that, I think, is a really, really good skill to have. And doing that continuously, multiple times a day, that is where your true power lies, right? It's showing up to the camera, showing up to the people, showing up just to show up. And it's actually changed my life a lot, to the point that I've been invited to a lot of speaking engagements. I've spoken in front of Big Pharma, the biggest audience in person. I think that was around 800 to 900 people. I have spoken at the Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. I have spoken and have been discovered and found by Tamron Hall, a TV show. Um, I also do a lot of practicing and manifesting. So, yeah, it's just, I think that a lot of patient advocacy in regards to lung cancer on social media, it's all very new. We're all building something with a vision, right? To raise more awareness, to help people navigate a system, but it's not quite figured out yet. I think that the time is now. I get really excited when I see other new advocates posting and sharing, right? Because there's one person out there who may look like you, who may resonate with your voice, and they will not connect with mine. They will not connect with the other 20 people out there advocating on social media. There's that one person you have to think about that will connect only with your voice, your information, and your stories. Also, think about the fact that you could walk into a Target, right, in the aisle, in the water aisle, and there's a lot of different water bottles and different brands, and they all offer something different. They're packaged a little bit differently, and you will go with the brand that you trust, or you will go with the brand that you resonate with. It's the same thing on social media. People will connect with the person that they resonate with the most. Like, for example, I have my friend Ashley or my friend Bianca that runs Young Lung Cancer. I'm sure there's people that resonate with their videos more than they do with mine, and my channel offers something a little bit different. But I always like text them, we all cheer each other on because we know how much social media advocacy can change the game. Literally, we are here in front of the camera because we know that lives depend on it. Somebody could be watching it while they're in the hospital or awaiting their scan results. That the power of that image of families waiting in waiting rooms or waiting for scan results is more powerful than my insecurities. And I'm kind of teary talking about that because that is still something that I remind myself, right? It's not about the accolades. It's not about people liking me. It's not about the fame or the follows. I mean, on YouTube, I have 300 followers, which I appreciate every single one of you guys. But in the other platforms like TikTok or Instagram, I still hear of people saying, "Hey, I saw your video and it made me feel less alone." And for me to hear that, that is a true reward. I hope that I am able to uplift somebody or make their lives even a little bit easier or connect them with the resources that I had to go looking for. So, if you are wanting to get into patient advocacy or you're curious, I've also been on the NBC article. But I say that not to brag, but I know it's because I put myself out there, right? I was I was very adamant about sharing my gifts and information with the world, and I know that the miracles didn't wouldn't have happened if I didn't trust the universe or God and put myself out there. But if you have that desire and you have that vision to talk to other patients, like that is my original vision. I want to talk to people from around the world, from every single background, and help them navigate their life living with lung cancer. And that's what drives me today. So if you have that vision as well, we need you. And I really, really support your idea. So if you have any ideas or need a cheerleader, I'm here. Please comment below or, subscribe. No, well, I'm not gonna make you subscribe. But yeah, comment below. Tell me if you have ideas. I'm here to be a brainstorming partner for sure. Have a good day.